It's transfer deadline day, and after the start to the season that we've had, I think we need to spend a little bit more cash. Let's go take a look. Hello and welcome back to the channel, and today's episode of United We Rise. It's episode number 3 and it's transfer deadline day. Now, I've got some big business to try and get done in the next 24 hours, in game of course, and I'm not sure if we've got enough money to get all of the deals away that I want. But after the start of the season that we've had, we need to do something and make some changes, that is for sure. And if that sounds interesting, please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and you'll be able to follow along with this episode, obviously, and all future episodes of United We Rise. And then when we get into the full release of FM22, you'll be able to see all of my other content along the way as well. It'll be a great ride, and if you enjoyed today's video, give it a big thumbs up, hit that like button, let me know in the comments down below. I'm sure some of the dealings that I'm going to do in this episode will not sit well with everyone, but hopefully they'll make some improvements to the side and we'll be able to turn this season around. Even after 3 games, we might need something that needs turning around. Right, let's get into game and have a look at what's going on. Now, you join literally as transfer deadline day is about to happen. You can see here the news article. It's all revamped. It's new to this game, new to FM22. The news article here rounds up some of the rumours. Erling Haaland is rumoured to join Man City for a cool 96 million. Gabriel Jesus is looking to go the other way and join Real Madrid for 83. And Fabian going from Napoli to Liverpool at 43 million. They're the big headline numbers. And maybe you can't quite see this here behind my face, but AC Milan's Zlatan Ibrahimovic remains a player of interest to Manchester United, whilst Arsenal are looking at Man United's Anthony Martial to go in the other direction. We shall see. I've got my own list of targets and potentials, and we'll see how we get along. This is I'm going through this live on video, and as you might be able to see here, there are a few rumoured transfer dealings to happen over the course of the next 15 hours. We've got Zlatan rumoured to be coming in for just under 4 million. And then on the outs, we've got Martial, Lindelof and Lingard, all rumoured to be going for between 20 and 30 million pounds. I think I will definitely be clicking the take part button, which is just behind my head. And look, everything has changed. Everything has gone a little bit of a yellow colour. So, before we do that, I'm going to get my notepad out here. And let you know what is on my list of objectives. So, on the outs, we've got selling of Anthony Martial. He's not happy. We're not particularly thrilled with him either. He's going to be one of the people we are looking to get rid of. Also, in the maybe pile, we've got Jesse Lingard, Nemanja Matic, and maybe even Fred. And controversially, David De Gea. Now, I've already spoken to De Gea in game and managed to royally annoy him by suggesting he might make a move. So, after the start of the season that we've had, I've identified a goalkeeper as a key need because I'm not quite sure that De Gea and Henderson, who has played the last 2 league games, are quite up to Champions League winning, Premier League winning calibre. So, that's a bit of a dodgy ground because he is a highly influential player in the squad, and I've managed to annoy him already, and if he doesn't go, it's going to give me a bit of a headache for the rest of the season. Obviously, also on the out column, we've got Phil Jones and Lee Grant, who are surplus to requirements and don't even feature in our Premier League squad. Now, on the in, the rumours about Zlatan are potentially correct. I have been interested in him because even at 39 years old, he is still an incredible player, provided you don't want him to move. If you just want to get the ball to him and him to put it in the back of the goal, I think you can't go much wrong with Ibrahimovic. So Zlatan for about £4 million will definitely be someone I am targeting, particularly if Anthony Martial does head to either Arsenal or Bayern Munich as rumoured. Also on my short list of players is Andre Onana, a goalkeeper from Cameroon who is currently playing in Ajax in the Netherlands. Now, I believe that I've not quite got a full scouting summary of him yet, but I believe that he will be a bit of an improvement, potentially, on De Gea and Henderson. So if we have a quick compare against him and De Gea, we shall see that I think He's a bit younger, and I think he might be just a little bit better. So as you can see, across the board, he is pretty strong and pretty much the same sort of level of ability, if not a little bit better, than De Gea. And he is 5 years his junior. So if we can get someone interested in De Gea for about 35 million, I think we can make a bit of a profit and get in a slightly better player. Maybe he'll be our long-term goalkeeper, maybe he won't. He's definitely a player I am looking towards making a deal with over the next 15 hours. Now we're back to the deadline day hub, as I'm going to call it. I don't know if that's the correct name for it, but there are plenty of players being rumoured to leave. And it's also worth having a look, just in case there's someone here who we potentially have missed, who we might be able to swoop in for at the last minute. But what we're going to do now is we're going to make our first offers and jump forward a few hours and see what comes in for our players as well. Okay then, so an hour has passed, and you can see here that our first offer of 3.5 million for Zlatan has been accepted. Now, one of the terms of the agreement before we go into contract negotiations was that AC Milan want to sign a replacement before they will release the player. So we'll see how that goes. We'll try and negotiate a contract for him, and then we'll see if we can get rid of Martial as well. Now, I know we're improving the squad with a player who is much older, but I think the short-term game of Zlatan is definitely worth the money spent. So let's go into contract negotiations, and I'll be back in the next hour to see what has happened and see whether any players have been suggested to us by their agents. So here is a new page that we haven't seen in-game before, the agent offers page, and they are listed by the time that they have come in. So we are 13 hours away from the deadline, and you can see that these players here have been suggested to us by their agents. Now, quite a few of them have been scouted. In fact, every single one on the list has been scouted. The only one with an A+ recommendation is Nicola Barella, who by the recommendation of our scouts should be signed whatever the price, but he also comes in behind both Fernandes and Pogba in that central midfield area. Now, do we really want to be spending 60 million on a bench player? Probably not, but we'll keep him in mind in case he does become of more interest further down the line. Now, if we look across, we've got attracting interest. We've got quite a few players currently attracting interest. No offers made yet so far. Luke Shaw is an interesting one that the media have been asking me about. I've got no intentions of letting him go, but he is someone who is attracting interest. And if someone comes in with a big money offer, maybe we will consider, and maybe we will consider a replacement as well. But the other players on this list are to be expected. They've already been rumoured and already potentially on the way out. So 2 clubs interested in Martial. And also there's loan interest in 2 players down here as well, Phil Jones and Juan Mata, who may also be on their way out if we can get their wages off our budget, because we could do with a little bit of a reduction in our wage bill. Other screens here to go through, obviously there's contracts expiring, so these are players whose contracts end at the end of this current season, and then we've got our currently listed players who are listed for transfer. So obviously we've already talked about Martial and Jones, and Matic is on there as well. Right, let's have a look what's going on in our inbox. So we've got the registration window is sat there as well. No offers yet to come in for Martial. It's looking like lots of teams are interested, but nobody is willing to foot the bill for his wages. So I think what we could do is we could talk to him and maybe suggest that he clears off. In fact, we'll have a look at what the options are when we talk to Martial. We'll give it a go, see what he says. He doesn't want to fight it. He's interested in finding another club. Maybe that will make him reduce his wage demands a little bit as well and get him out the door, because he's still only 25. He is a really good player, but currently there's no place for him, and particularly if we bring in Zlatan. You can see here there's some loan offers as well coming in for Longa and for Jones as well. So we'll deal with these and we'll come back with about 12 hours left of the window, and we'll see what's happening. Okay, so we are now just 9 hours before the end of the deadline, and you can see that Juan Mata has gone on loan to Osasuna. Real Madrid have come in with an offer for Lindelof for 23 million. We'll consider that. We'll come back to that in a second. They've made it non-negotiable, however. I probably would have liked a little bit more money. Nobody's making an offer for Anthony Martial. That's very annoying. Onana, who I didn't mention actually, has got a global ban until October. He's well, he's been granted a work permit for a move for about 23 million, I believe it was. But we're having to delay the transfer because we haven't had any money coming in just yet. Can we? Yeah, we can delay the transfer a little bit. Hopefully pressing delay won't completely scupper everything. But we'll delay that for the time being. And hopefully nobody's come in with any offers for De Gea. We've just put him on the transfer list, which is a dangerous thing to do. He is obviously an influential member of the squad. But hopefully we can get some sort of movements in so we can confirm Onana, because I think he is a bit of a step up in quality. But we'll have another look in a couple of hours and see what happens. Also, Phil Jones has gone on loan, as has Elanga to Newcastle. So we'll cover everything in a bit of a wrap-up at the end, but that is the latest live goings-on with 9 hours remaining until the deadline. Okay then, 2 hours left, and this is stressful. Things are not going to plan. We've not had any offers in for Martial or De Gea. Matic keeps rejecting everyone. Cavani might be off to Juve. We've still not heard back from Milan about Zlatan. Obviously, we've got a deal agreed, but we're contingent on them finding a replacement. Onana is, I think, about ready to come. Lindelof's gone to Real Madrid. There's so much going on. We've got 2 hours left. It's utter chaos. Nobody wants Martial. We've tried offering him out on loan, and Porto are interested. Wolves are interested. Maybe I'll readjust. Oh, this is chaos. Maybe I'll reassess what we're wanting in terms of wages, because that's clearly the stumbling block for any deal regarding Martial. Looks like Cavani has agreed to sign for Juve, however, and that looks like a £2.2 million deal. We'll accept that whilst we're here. We'll make a parting comment to Cavani, thank him for his service. I don't know what we can actually say. I'm happy to come back here in the future. Wonderful servant. We'll go with good luck. Disappointed to lose you, but we're happy that you're gone and we've got a bit of money for you, because let's be fair, you were on the outskirts of the squad, and if Martial's not leaving, then Cavani probably could do with going. I don't know what's going on. We've agreed a deal. I don't. Hang on. Let's see. Still got time to do a permanent deal. That's all I'm going to say. We've got one agreed. We've now got the money in the bank, so it's just a case of clicking go. But nobody is coming in for De Gea or Martial. So let's have a look for what we can do for Martial here. I'll fiddle around with the wage percentages that we're asking for and see if we can come to some sort of agreement. And I'm going to have no hair left. I'm going to pull it all out by the next 2 hours. This is stressful. I love this new feature. Okay, there's utter chaos. We've got 30 minutes left. AC Milan have delayed, and then subsequently we've cancelled the deal for Zlatan. They couldn't find a replacement. We have put in a late loan application to try and get him in the side as well. Onana has been brought in. So now we have 3 goalkeepers who are worth starting, which is chaos. We've not been able to sell De Gea. Nobody even wants to come and loan him. We've literally put out a loan for 0 wage contribution just to get him off the books for a little bit before we can try and get rid of him in January, potentially. So Onana's in. Ibrahimovic may be on his way in. We've got 30 minutes until the end of the deadline. Until the end of the day, rather. The deadline has passed. Oh no, this is utter madness. Okay, so this is the basically the sum. We'll do the summary again in a second. We'll just see what else is going on. We're spending too much money on wages. The transfer's been cancelled. Zlatan is not coming in. Martial's not leaving. De Gea's not leaving. That's the end of... Let's have a look. So, we've bought in Onana for 23, rising to 26 million. And we haven't got rid of either of our goalkeepers. This is a bit of a mistake. But it's one we were willing to take. So we've now got 3 goalkeepers on the books who we can't all play every game. But we'll have to see what's happening. So the ones who have gone out on deadline day. Anthony Elanga has gone on loan to Newcastle. With a future fee in place as well. A mandatory future fee, that is. So it's 3.9 million plus future payments as well, instalments. Phil Jones has gone to France, to Reims. potential future fee of 4 million in the end. Juan Mata is off to Osasuna on loan, and then Lindelof for 23 million to Real Madrid, funding our extra goalkeeper purchase because we needed another one. I don't know what I'm doing. This is chaos. And Edinson Cavani has gone to Juventus for 2.2 million. A good deal for them. We've not been able to get Zlatan in, and we've not been able to get a goalkeeper out. So, all in all, a bit of a mixed window, but transfer deadline day has been exciting. So if we look at the squad, maybe it's a good thing that we've not got rid of all of our goalkeepers, because Onana comes in with a global ban for a couple of months. So maybe it's worth not having... Oh, I don't know. He's only just better than De Gea, and we've spent 23 million on him. I mean, we've spent 70 million on Declan Rice, and he's not the world beater that we could have spent 70 million on. We've definitely played English tax there for Declan Rice, but he has got room to improve. Onana, probably not as much room to improve, but now we've got him. Let's see if we can do a bit of a comparison with De Gea and see if we've actually spent a decent amount of money or not. I think all around he is a slightly better goalkeeper. He's got better distribution. He's more eccentric. He's got much better communication. The mental and physical side of things are quite even. Aerial, De Gea is slightly better in the air and slightly quicker. But all in all, we've spent 23 million on another goalkeeper. And if nothing else, we can try and sell him on for 50 and make a bit of a profit because he's valued at a lot higher than that. And De Gea is here and unhappy. And let's not also forget that we have got Henderson as well, just to make matters even worse. Madness. Utter madness. So we've got 3 first-choice goalkeepers. Henderson isn't a cup goalkeeper. Onana is expecting to be a star, and De Gea is going to hate me because he's first choice goalkeeper as well. So we might have to do a bit of rotation in order to keep everyone happy. Now, that is just chaos. Utter chaos. Now, this is the squad we've currently got. We made a bit of a few changes. In fact, let's see what if we clear the squad. Let's see what our staff suggest is our pick without restriction best 11. Obviously, before the Newcastle game, things will change. And De Gea, according to our staff, is our first choice goalkeeper. So I've just spent 23 million on another bench player. Fantastic. But this is the 11 that our staff believe are the best. So Ronaldo up front with Rashford and Sancho as well. Midfield of Pogba, Fernandes and Rice. And then back 4, Shaw, Varane, Maguire, Wan-Bissaka and De Gea in goal. Okay, never mind. We'll learn from this. This is my first deadline day on FM22, so it's bound to have gone wrong. Speaking of things that have gone wrong, let's have a look at the schedule and see the 2 games that have happened since the first episode against Spurs. So we faced Liverpool, and despite their best efforts, we managed to steal a penalty at the beginning of the second half and win 1-0. So that was a fantastic result. And to build on that, we went to St Mary's to face Southampton and lost 2-1 after going up within 2 minutes. Greenwood got his first of the season. We went 1-0 up inside 2 minutes, and then in the second half, around about the hour mark, we just disappeared from the game. Southampton got 2 goals, took the victory. We're down in 13th. And we've got Newcastle in our next game. And I'm sure everyone is interested in what Newcastle have been doing in the transfer window. So if we have a quick look, not much is safe to be said. Their only signing is Elanga on loan from us. For a club with that much money, you'd think they'd have done something. But never mind, they are 5th in the Premier League. So maybe they don't need to. They are clearly better than us on the basis of 3 games. But we have got a victory over league leaders Liverpool, so we have that in our bag. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to play some games now and then come back for episode number 4 a little bit later on in the season. I'm thinking maybe we come back in the middle of October for the Manchester derby against Man City, and then the game following that is against Arsenal. So it's going to be a busy week, that one. But we'll get some Premier League games in the bag. We'll play another 5 league games. We'll get the cup game, actually, we've got against Man City as well in the Carabao Cup. And we've got 3 Champions League games in the group stages to get through before the Man City derby. But that's when we're going to come back for our next game. We'll be 8 games into the season by that point, so hopefully we'll be a little bit higher up than 13th if we can get a good run of victories. We've got some easy-ish games. I would have thought Southampton would have been quite easy as well, but we've got Newcastle, Crystal Palace, West Ham, Burnley and Watford before we face Man City, so all of those should be winnable. So the league table should look a little bit different by the time we come back in the next episode. So there you have it, my first experience with transfer deadline day on FM22, and it is stressful. My objectives before the session have not been met. I've got too many goalkeepers, probably not enough strikers, so what's going to happen is Ronaldo's probably going to get injured in the next game and we're going to be up a creek without a paddle, I believe is the correct terminology. But we'll have plenty of goalkeepers, so maybe we'll stick 3 in goal and go with that sort of formation. Why not? Anyway, if this has been fun, please join me for the next episode. And I'm sure it'll be slightly less chaotic. I've had fun, I guess. It's been madness. I've not had fun. I'm stressed. I need a drink. Anyway, next time you see me, we'll be facing Man City in the Manchester derby, and I hope I will see you there. Thanks a lot. Goodbye. Well, hey, you've made it to the end of the video, and hang on, it's a subscribe button. Tap on this, even if you've done it already, just try it, see what happens. And then if you're hanging around, have a look at these. One of these. Check out some of this amazing content. You won't regret it. I'll see you next time.